Leafs Digest, what's up and welcome back. The Leafs, they've been making some moves. Obviously, I'm not with Philly right now. He is out of town, but that does not stop the hockey world from going round. And Kyle Dubas, he's been working the phones. Last night it broke that Ondrej Kase, kind of butchered the pronunciation there. He is now with the Leafs. He's a top 6 guy when he's healthy, but concussion problems, they've really hurt his career. Last time we saw him, he had 20 goals in Anaheim playing on a line with Getzlaf. I think he had like a total of 30 minutes played for Boston last season. Not good stuff. He got hit by Miles Wood, and obviously it's like his 5th concussion now. So you gotta start looking out for your health. Like a guy like Louis Eriksson, for example, great career. Really could have gone longer, done more with it, but at a certain point, man, it's not just like a shoulder that will heal. It's not like a busted ankle. This is your brain. You got to be careful, right? So I would say this is a low risk signing because we're not paying him that much. Like I said, Kase is getting 1 year at $1.25 million. So worst comes to worst, it doesn't pan out. He gets hurt again, knock on wood, God forbid. But at that point, he's not a big cap hit. There's no term on the contract. But if it does work out and he ends up being healthy the whole season, well, then you got a guy who, like I said, will be playing in your top 6 for sure, can get you 20 goals, and is going to be a really solid presence. Nick Ritchie, this is the signing that has really impressed me and I'm super excited about. Former Sioux Greyhound, go figure, Dubas, he likes dipping back into the organization in which he came up. Had 26 points in 56 games last season for the Bruins. I'm surprised they let him go. And especially when he's coming to a divisional opponent in the Leafs, I think this is like a huge swing because not only do we not need to face him anymore, but he's going to be on our side. I know that the Bruins went and got Foligno, who is definitely a more complete veteran power forward, but come on, man, Nick Ritchie, we had a chance to draft him. We went with Nylander. Apparently, Brian Burke, he says the biggest fumble of his career was when he was with the Leafs. He wanted to take Ritchie before he wanted to take Nylander. And he ended up getting fired. They obviously took Willie, and it's been a success ever since. But, all's about to be good. Everything's going to come full circle. Nylander and Ritchie are going to be teammates now and both playing in the top 6 for the Maple Leafs. I love it, man. A true left winger. He's bringing size and skill, everything we've been begging for the Leafs to add in the top 6. And you know what? When you're 6'2", 230 pounds, you can go out and bang some bodies. He's not afraid to fight. He's 25 years old. From Orangeville, Ontario, too. We're adding the hometown boys. This is awesome. I really love this signing. And you know what? For the price that you're doing it at, it's fair. I don't know why the Bruins let him go. It's not really that big of a contract. I know they got Foligno now, which is a solid addition for them. But, man, Kase and Ritchie, they are 3 times teammates. They went from the Ducks to the Bruins and now the Leafs. So this is just awesome stuff, and I think that the top 6 is looking a lot better. It's going to make sure that a guy like Ilya Mikheyev now, at no point should he be playing on the second line again. It happened a lot last season, and no disrespect to Mikheyev, but just not a guy who's going to put up the points that you need, especially given the opportunities he gets. Way more better to put him on the 3rd line, maybe even the 4th, but yeah, man, it's a physical player. Kase, he's more on the skill side of things, but even sizable and inexperienced, given the fact that he's 25 as well. It's just a concussion thing. And you know what? How much can you really do about it? Like I said, I think the fact the Leafs are giving this guy a chance, it's the perfect scenario. We need a player like him if it works out. And if it doesn't, it's not a big cap hit. There's no term on it. But it's nice to have Nick Ritchie for 2 years. That's going to be something that'll hopefully pay off not only next year, but the year after. Because a guy with his skill set, it only seems to be rising as a commodity in the NHL. Josh Anderson with a crazy season. Tom Wilson. The Leafs went ahead and they drafted Matthew Knies, who's really just another power forward prototype. We're seeing the value in these guys kind of come back in because it went all skill for a while, and now we're tempering it a bit. We're saying, okay, it doesn't need to be all bruisers, fighters. It doesn't need to be all skill guys, point getters. We got to find somewhere in the happy middle because that's what's going to get you the best results in the playoffs. So I'm happy with the Leafs' current moves. Adding a hometown boy is always awesome. He actually played for the lacrosse team that I played for growing up. Older than me, so we never crossed paths, but man, Nick Ritchie's about as tough as they come, and Ondrej Kase, he's a player I've liked for a long time. And man, I'm just excited to see things get going with the Leafs this season. I think that they've really done the right things. They're taking the pressure off of the earlier signings that they made. Curtis Gabriel's a guy who I think is going to come give some grit and some fight as well into the lineup. So I like our overall level of toughness coming up. And they're on humble contracts, right? It's overall something you like to see a ton. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is going to be a shorter pod. Normally, Philly and I go back and forth for a while, but my consensus on this, great deals, great value, low risk. And I think that since these two guys were former teammates, they'll have a little bit of chemistry and fondness for each other. You like to see that add to the culture of the team. And hey, man, this is going to be a good time. So without further ado, I'm signing off, and I'll talk to you guys later, Leafs Nation.